So I want you to realize in this very moment that you are already powerful. You don't need to try to be anything other than you are in this very moment. Okay, you don't need to fix yourself. You don't need to exert yourself, force anything outside of you, because your power lies in your ability to be connected with your true self. Your true self is something that can't really be explained in words. It can only be experienced, felt, understood through that experience, and then we use words, we use language, we use expressions to, I guess, create from. But without you truly having that experience and getting to know yourself and having that deeper relationship with yourself, you're going to look externally for the answers. And, sometimes those answers are there, especially when we're not connected to ourselves and we're looking for the answers outside of ourselves. We're going to see it, or we're going to be led to it in some way, in some capacity. But the truth is, those answers are with you right now. Your ability to manifest the life you want, the way you want to express your life and create life, is already within you right now. You don't actually need to do anything. In fact, you are already doing it. The issue is that you are creating unconsciously. You are creating built-in habits based off belief systems, based off conditioning, based off pendulum, the thought construct, reality, matrix, whatever you want to call it. You are basing your creative powers off that and what it says is possible or not. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to realize that that is just one way of doing life. And if in fact it doesn't resonate with you, you don't value it, you're feeling restricted, you're feeling held back, then there is something, like, I believe that's truth. That's your truth. That something is trying to get your attention through your emotions to tell you what is right and wrong for you. So it's important to listen to this part of ourselves, okay, and actually get to know it, to in turn learn to trust it and flow with it and be led by it. I believe this is like the missing element to most of the manifestation teachings that go into detail and go into the how-to, the step-by-step, the logical side of everything. But if you think about it, logic is sort of something, again, it's what we make of the experience. There are many ways to understand manifestation in detail and in logical ways. I don't know if we'll ever truly find one way. I think it will, the way we express it and come to understand it logically will be in many ways, will be expressed in many ways, okay? So it is and is determined by the person and the eye of the beholder, how they express it or what they see, what patterns they've connected it with in other things, right? I feel like this takes us away from the heart of the matter, which is that until we understand and know ourselves, we have an inner standing and we are connected to that part of us, or should I say, what is us, then all our manifesting pursuits will be limited you'll be limited to a perception that is obviously disconnected with our truth. And so that limitation, although we may manifest the thing that we think we want, deep down, because we're not connected to ourselves, that thing we want or we've manifested will likely not bring us the truth that we are seeking in expression as a human being. So I hope I'm not making this too complex. What I'm trying to say is detail isn't the detail of how to do something and to get what you want or whatever, isn't actually what you need, or what most people need to understand about manifestation. What people really need to come home to is that you are manifesting right now. You have the power right now, but what are you consenting to? What are you consenting to be true? Is it the stuff in your heart, or is it the stuff that the outside world has conditioned you in, where you've had to then consent and buy into that way of doing things, or that belief system, or that detailed step by step? At the end of the day, manifestation doesn't have to be hard work unless you believe it to, okay? We want to come back to who we truly are, and who we truly are powerful creator beings. And we can make our lives flow. We can create our lives in a more flowing matter, sort of like water. It can lead us to where we need to go, rather than us having to construct certain things, the rigidity to make things happen. We're actually, in my opinion, moving out of that way of creating and into more of a higher dimensional creating. Okay, so when we think of higher dimensional, actually when we feel it, it sort of goes back to what Abraham Hicks speaks about, and what a lot of science is coming to, the fact that we are frequency, we are vibrating at a frequency, and we have these differing levels of frequency that we can tap into. We are so used to, in the 3D, in the physical world, or what we've come to believe is life and is true of life, one aspect. We have so used to the density. Okay, we're so used to, and the density is because of fear. It's bringing us back down. Fear, we've got the fear, we've got guilt, we've got all the lower vibrational levels, okay? I used to think this was all airy-fairy when I first tried to understand manifestation from the things I studied, right? So first, like whenever someone would talk about just vibrate higher, although that is true, it's not as easy to go from 0 to 100 unless you truly believe that you can be that 100. Okay, so what I mean is a higher vibration, a higher dimension. Unless you truly believe that, and the only way you're going to is to come back home to yourself and to understand, go through the journey of understanding who you truly are as an energetic being, rather than have dogma and pendulums, thought structures and realities that people buy into. Rather than that, you go through a process and a transformation that happens organically. It's not just purely mental, and mental is a lower density. You're only going to manifest and create that which, like I said, you are, what realm or reality you're playing in. You want to be in the reality of your individuality, of your sovereign nature, of what you know it to be true, which is it's pretty much your heart center. And the heart is such a powerful electromagnetic field. Like, the heart is where I believe the soul resides. It is a part of us that holds all the information of who we are, where we come from, where we're going, what we want to create, why we're here, okay? So that is where we want to turn our focus. And in turn, as we do just naturally, organically begin to remember the higher vibrational levels, the higher dimensions. And it's almost like we're able to take off these heavy cloaks that we've been wearing, these heavy jackets that we've been wearing, and it's like a sense of lightness and freedom. And we may put that heaviness back on, but because we're getting so used to the lightness and becoming aware of it, we get to then realize, what do we want to choose? Do we want to wear the heaviness today, or do we want to take that off and feel lighter, freer? I believe that is the true journey of manifestation, and where everything then starts to align. When you look at it from the mirror effect, as within, so without, as above, so below, that is when you are feeling that way inside of you, the outside world, it's not responding, it's just a reflection. It is a reflection of what's going on inside you, okay? So that's where we always want to return to when we are going down this road. If we start to make manifestation a step-by-step process, we are thinking of it and coming from it from a very mental place that it's not necessarily connected to our heart center. We want to be there first, and then we want to allow the experiences to come, and from there, then we're able to create a detailed step-by-step if we want to. But at the end of the day, when that happens anyway, you're just going to flow. It's just going to be normal. Your life is going to change organically, and you needn't have to long for things, yearn for things, because you start to come into your power, and you know that power is creative and will bring in that which is true for you. So if this resonates with you at all, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. I will be doing more, speaking more messages like this. It's purely channeled. It comes from whatever I tap into. Make sure to leave me a like or comment if this resonates. Let me know what part resonated with you, if you had any aha moments, and I would love for you to subscribe to my channel to receive more of these messages. I hope you have a beautiful day ahead. Bye.